Have you or your family members experienced any issues when attempting to access healthcare? What kinds of barriers have you faced?
So the the first experience that I will talk about is something that happened, I guess, semi recently. I went to urgent care because I was not feeling well and was having trouble breathing. The first urgent care I went to, the lady was kind at the reception desk. The lady was kind, and she said, "Well, ma'am, we can see you, no problem, but if you need an x-ray, we don't have the facilities here, so I'm going to refer you to another one of our facilities." So I went to the other facility. It was about 2.5 miles away. I went to that facility. They did have, so they did have x-ray services. However, they checked me in. They made me wait an hour and a half to 2 hours, brought me in to meet the x-ray technician for her to tell me that they did not have the correct equipment to do my chest x-ray because I needed to be able to stand in a certain direction and whatever the case may be. So she then suggested that I go to another freestanding emergency clinic where they could possibly do it for me. But in the meantime, they wanted me to wait and be reviewed, wait and be seen by the physician on duty. So I waited for the physician on duty. He did his checks on my chest and everything. He thought that I probably had some pneumonia, and he suggested that first he suggested that I go home and just rest, drink tea, plenty of fluids, and see what happens, and maybe make an appointment with my primary care physician. So once I was done with that, my sister and I decided to go to the freestanding clinic, which was a Corwell freestanding emergency room, um, very close by, less than 5 minutes away. So upon arriving in the emergency, I checked in. I was immediately greeted by a nurse who brought me back to the the exam room. They proceeded to do my pulse ox, get me hooked up to everything, get me ready with the IV and all that good stuff. And the doctor came in. He talked to me for a minute. They went and above and beyond. They went above and beyond. Let me just say that I had four nurses within 10 minutes of coming into place. Um, and they had the facilities to do the x-rays in the bed. So they did the x-ray in the bed for me. Then it turned out I had to have a CAT scan they couldn't do obviously in the bed. So they took me down to the department and I needed some help. The nurses there were so accommodating. They were coming out of the woodwork and they helped to shift me. They told me I didn't have to do anything but cross my arms and they were going to take care of everything and make sure I was set. And they did that. They were phenomenal. I say I was there maybe about 2.5 hours, but that was about enough time for them to proceed with the test or whatever. And the physician gave follow-up advice. He was very forthcoming. They even doing that CAT scan, they found something that my breast exam couldn't even pick up. And he proceeded to give me instructions on what to do about that. So that's both the positive, negative interaction when they're not prepared. They know they're not prepared, but they make you wait anyway. And positive where they are prepared for whatever comes their way and they're very accommodating and everything. So that was uh, a good and bad experience. Um,